Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's been a long day for you.
Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Hey, 382, let's 50. First. 53 to
Throwing is Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
It's a gain of 10.
First down, Vikings. We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. What's the run? They're running it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Cook. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
General West. SOS.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Shift. Two. Bravo.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Foxtrot. Check 53.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Throwing, Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after one. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he powers his way up past the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, watch it. Slam. Hey, Lou. Jim.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike 55. Sunday. Mike 55.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
53. Wild Bill. 36.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Gun. Roy. Mike 53. Mike. It's coming this way.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
50 seconds to Mike.
Leave it, 48.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Hey, receiver.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Shoot.
300.
To throw, there's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. The 3rd down run gets them nothing. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make it 6-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
82.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Mike 55.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
74.
54. Mike 54.
Hey, exit.
Don't let it breathe. Play that shot deep. Don't let it breathe.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
120.
Mike 54. Watch the slant.
Wentz to throw again. That's caught by Jackson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you're running drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now Wentz again. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This by 7.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
6-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I smell fear in that offense.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard in the final seconds of the first half as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Vikings 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
First down, Minnesota.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Bailey's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
At the 24-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wentz going to throw. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Howard. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first and 10, it's Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Yellow. Check. 53's right. Check.
Go.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 31. Check 31.
Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
They'll run on first down. Cook. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
It's our time. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Here we go, 48.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, team.
On first down, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 28 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Right there. 54, Mike. Cut.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Again, it's Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz bringing it in. Jackson left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. Into the red zone. Wentz. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Danielle Hunter able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
57.
Now Wentz. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Ken!
Check 9.
80 weapon.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Jump. Take 382, left 50.
Check.
To throw, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Rush in.
throwing here. Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Check 53 is mine. Hey, we're pretty quiet, G. We're pretty quiet. Under 10. Under 10.
Cousins to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Shamar Stephen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Check 55, Mike.
They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.